Yeah, thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. What's happening with y'all? Today we talking about Donald Trump still trolling his base over this fake ass migrant crisis. So the story that came out yesterday, I want to touch on it, about Trump saying he reached an agreement with Mexico over these migrants that are coming from Central America, talking about he's not going to impose any sort of tariffs or sort of goods tax on Mexico for stuff they want to bring into America. So let's get to it. The article says Donald Trump said Friday he would not put tariffs on Mexico, after all, saying it has agreed to take new measures to stop the illegal flow of migrants to the United States. The tariffs scheduled to be implemented by the U.S. on Monday against Mexico are hereby indefinitely suspended. Shit that I was telling y'all that it's not even going to be in effect. This is a non-issue, these tariffs. And I told y'all why in my previous video about this. He added, Mexico in turn has agreed to take strong measures to stem the tide of migration through Mexico and to our southern border. Mexico has agreed to deploy its National Guard throughout Mexico, in particular to its southern border, which borders Guatemala, according to the details of the agreement released by the State Department. In addition, Mexico has agreed to take decisive action to dismantle human smuggling and trafficking organizations, as well as their illicit financial and transportation networks. But it's too late, though. The smuggling game done already touched down. I told y'all that. Shit is too late. You know what I mean? This is all shit that motherfuckers should have been doing if they gave a damn. You know what I mean? So it's just me telling the future, being great at telling the future, and that's just how it goes. According to the State Department of the United States, the U.S. will immediately expand the implementation of an existing protocol across the entire southern border. And as a result, migrants seeking asylum in the U.S. or at the U.S.-Mexico border will be rapidly returned to Mexico, where they may await the adjudication of their asylum claims. Mexican officials have agreed to offer jobs, healthcare, and education to those awaiting the adjudication of asylum claims. So why did they get those jobs and all that shit, healthcare coming through? It's pretty obvious. They're in on the motherfucking shit. They not finna be doing no type of turning around, no type of shit like that. This is a requested group of workers. These people were summoned to come to America to work for corporations and companies. No doubt about it. And it just goes on. Ned Price, a spokesman for the National Security Council under President Barack Obama, also tweeted that Trump is so predictable and follows a simple recipe. He manufactures a crisis on an issue of importance to the base, then he leaves success undefined, then he pretends to play hardball in a way that rallies the base, solves the manufactured crisis, and then disguises the status quo as huge success. I'm basically like saying, his base is kind of the base to be like, yay for nothing ain't even different. Hooray for nothing ain't even changed. So I first want to talk about Trump's base and how he trolled them this whole damn time. While me in particular and New Black Media told y'all this whole thing was about that bullshit from Mexico's side and from America's side. So Trump loosening these tariffs, first of all, is a big L for his base. All right? He trolled them into taking a fucking L. Remember, he was promising that he was going to get a wall to stop illegal Mexican immigrants. Not no tariffs. Not no tariffs. It was a damn wall. A big, beautiful wall. All that shit he was talking. So he's trolling them on this wall. That's my first point. Just like I've been saying in my videos about this. But his base, they're in a catch-22 right now with this L that they holding. Because they don't want to get off code and act like they're against him, right? They don't want to do that. So to see the silence and sort of fake agreement with him from all these outlets that historically fuck with him, and I'll reference a couple of them or a few of them. I'll reference what I can in this video. It'll make it too long. But to see them going kind of silent on it and just kind of nodding in agreement with that shit is hilarious to me. I mean, that is funny as fuck to me. The cat done really got their tongue in this situation because it's like, hey, the Democrats are looking, the Latinos are looking, all these other groups are looking, they're watching, right? They don't want to have no outside group to have a joke between themselves about his supporting base, or to have a snickering point about his base standing behind a man who was pulling another foolie wang on him. All right, he pulled a foolie wang on him when he shut down the government, talking about his budget for a wall, right? This is the foolie wang that they're doing right now with the no tariff shit. There's just foolie wang after foolie wang with him, right? And his people have this psychology of blind allegiance to him. So they're like, let's just try to go along with this in the media. Maybe we can spin it, try to play some kind of, play it like it's some kind of strategy that Trump is doing that will eventually lead to the wall, right? You see that bullshit? Shit, who else jumped on it? Fox News, they chimed in on it. They're going with the flow about it. They ass jumped in on it, talking about, they're laying off all the wall talk, which is what I'm focusing on. Like, yeah, what did I talk about the wall? They laying off all that wall yap right on cue. At the blink of an eye with Fox News, it's now, Mexico is going to be responsible now type talk, right? And Mexico is going to be doing all the shit I was telling y'all months ago that Mexico would have done if they were really against the migrants in the first place, right? Y'all got to give me props for telling the future on that shit. Everything that they said they was going to do, jobs, all this extra shit. I told y'all, these motherfuckers, that's the grocery list that they was prescribing, or should have been prescribing back then. Now they run into it now, right? But the big picture is white supremacist society, in order to govern their rednecks and goober ass population we got out here, they have to roll out their various deceptions to them in phases, you know what I mean? To get them to invest in it and to thumb wrestle with motherfuckers online about it and tweet to you about it, talking shit to you about it, and burn time off the calendar about it type shit, right? Mexico could have told America months ago they were going to do this shit, but you know what I'm saying? Every theater got to have its acts. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, whatever. Until all of a sudden we look up, goddamn it, it's 2020, and the conversation all of a sudden becomes, hey, we think Trump going to need 4 more years because, hey, he ain't solved that migrant thing all along. Because he going to need some more time to work on this fucking migrant thing, man. He got a lot of stuff that he doing. You know what I mean? It's going to take a lot of time. It's taking a lot of time. Make America great again type shit, right? And 4 more years go by and it's more tariff talk and negotiation talk and again and again and again. And still no damn wall. You understand? That's my point. I also want y'all to notice the timing of this story during this week. You know what I mean? Y'all notice that it was purposely placed on a motherfucking Friday. I think Trump made sure to make this shit Friday news, which was a strategy. They do that in media all the time so people don't have a whole week to be talking about something that's of importance while they frittering about, whatever they frittering about during their whole week, during a work week or whatever, and soaking on something that's negative, right? That's a L like this for his base, day after day after day, because obviously this is a blow to the morale of Trump's base. Morale is how you keep people on code and engaged, right? And Trump, even though he trolling his base about a wall, he didn't want his base just to be wallowing in this disappointment for a whole fucking week. He wanted to lag into the weekend with this shit, roll in the next week where people done kind of died off on it, where people's brains ain't freshly on it hard by the time next week roll around. You understand? And before you know it, damn, we almost in the middle of June. Goddamn, summer 2019, almost halfway through, right? So I'm sure Trump knew what he was going to do with this as far as the tariffs and laying the responsibility on Mexico months ago. It's been fuck a wall for Trump as far as he been concerned for a damn long ass while. I was watching a post about a week ago about this independent group that was going out to the border and crowdfunding a piece of the wall being built where they say the Mexican cartels had these like tunnels and shit, bringing in dope or whatever from Mexico to the U.S., from Central America to Mexico to the U.S., whatever. And they all celebrating, you know, they celebrating this little piece of wall they built, making themselves feel good. Let me pull the guy up here. This guy's name is Coldphage, I believe his name. His last name is Coldphage. He's a veteran. See, he got his leg blew off. He on the tink side of this game. You know what I mean? He got his arm blew the fuck off. He fucked up, right? He a vet. And you don't know. All of Trump's base, right? They are celebrating as kind of a way to make themselves feel good about seeing a wall effort. Just a little bit of piece of a wall that they built over what they say is these tunnels, right? But this shit is all just a farce. They're celebrating to keep from crying that Donald ain't gonna give them no damn wall. You see? He lied. You know what I mean? He said he was gonna build a wall and Mexico was gonna pay for it. That's what he ran on. Understand? Whiteness believed him. They believed in him. That's a big part of what got him in office. Now he in office and he like, man, I ain't got to do shit for these crackers. Mexico is our G20 partner and I ain't trying to fuck up international trade for none of you one-tooth redneck motherfuckers out here. I ain't trying to upset the money that Walmart got to make fucking with you that goddamn goobers out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to fuck up the damn, I ain't finna have a food crisis for y'all motherfuckers out here. Because that's what they realizing, you know. We get a lot of food and so forth and so on from Mexico, and they got crops rotting in the field out here in America. All these white-owned farms got crops rotting in the field because they workers who would be Latinos, they say, man, we can't fuck with ICE coming down over the fucking workplace. We got to get up out of here, man. We don't want ICE on our back. So what do white people do instead of work their own farms? They be lazy and let the farm die. See, white people, they want to own shit, but they don't want to work shit. You understand? That's why they owe reparations right now. They want to own shit, but don't want to work nothing. They don't want to work but nothing. You understand? That's why they owe reparations now. It's shit like that. White people being lazy, right? That's why we got all these fields fucking rotting. And it's not even just in America. This is globally. That when white folk own a farm, and if can't nobody else work it, the farm die. All right? This is what they on. This is the type of time whiteness is on right now. So what is his base doing right now in respect to all of this? They basically looking a fool and doing damage control. Trump supporters, like, you know, on Fox and other outlets and personalities at large, after hearing about this no tariff agreement, they're trying to keep a wet band-aid on the situation by basically agreeing with it on the low, which is just really about whiteness showing solidarity with a white male figurehead, right? They don't want nobody to smell them folding on their solidarity with this, you know, this white dude that's supposed to be tough. Trump is supposed to represent not being a buckler and different from the previous figurehead, the Negro figurehead, Obama, who was the buckler, you know what I mean, who fell under the influence of other people and was easily swayed and easily pushed around. They don't want to have him framed in that light, right? All the MAGA hats, the Candace Owens motherfuckers, the white nationalists, the white ethno-statists, all these motherfuckers, they hinge their identity on all the moves that Trump made. So they trying to do everything they can to kind of dull and divert the energy. They even put up a blip on Fox about how Africans are swimming to America. They're swimming to South America, which I don't believe. Talking about they swimming to South America. Then they come in through Central America, and then instead of going across the Mexican border, they'll get into the Gulf and swim across the Gulf and then go up through the Rio Grande in Texas. Texas is a river out here called the Rio Grande. Talking about they swimming up through the Rio Grande, all this shit. Anything to get the lens off of Trump, not making no damn wall, and he ain't gonna help y'all. And that y'all got fooled. Anything to take the lens off that. They just, just diverting, bring up anything. Well, the Africans is coming in. And that just shows you that a wall ain't going to help shit. A wall don't stop the damn Gulf from existing. You motherfuckers, if you ain't got a wall around every square inch of the fucking country, you looking like a dumbass thinking some wall going to do something. But don't tell them that. They just some dumbass goobers. They don't know shit. Dumbass yokels don't know shit and think that they know everything. letting their crops rot in the field, looking like dumbasses, burning in the sunlight type shit. These types of motherfuckers, right? Ain't fit to survive type motherfuckers, for real, huh? So it's that, right? But they trying to get the lens off of the fact that Trump fooled them. He just burning time off the calendar as to how long it's going to take for him to tell y'all about the shit. All you goobering ass one-tooth motherfuckers out there talking about some goddamn wall finna get built. You dumb fucks. So yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Don't forget to fuck with my Teespring. That shit got some new shit coming. We got some new things we about to throw in that mug sooner than later. Keep checking. I'm gonna get it, y'all.